In Our Customers Are Worthless news, it has been revealed by Forbes that Lenovo only made about $250,000 on a deal with SuperFish. So I've got to say, cheers Lenovo, that was money well spent. So what is $250,000 to them? Well, I have to say, for me, that would be very nice. That would pay off my mortgage. And with some money left over, I can have some of that. So in 2014, they had revenue of $38.7 billion. Okay, maybe that might not be the fair figure to take. Let's say the net income of $817 million. So what is $250,000 on that? Not a lot. So what is SuperFish? Well, it's called a visual search engine. Of course, that's all it does, isn't it? No, the way they made money was to be able to sell your details on to other advertisers. I'm presuming that is the way it works, because they had to get money out of that and then money to pay Lenovo for 250 grand. So how could they find out everything about you? Well, by tracking what you do on the internet. Now, if you're just monitoring someone's standard session on the internet, you're only going to see about part of it, HTTP traffic, unencrypted traffic. But wouldn't it be good if you saw all the traffic that the user did on the internet? Well, that is when you'll need to get into decrypting a HTTPS session, HTTP secure with SSL or TLS, hopefully TLS. But anyway, I'm throwing around acronyms here. The acronyms are really meaningless. It's just the way it works is that if you're doing a secure session between, let's say, your browser and your bank, there has to be a trust issue with the certificate that your bank is issuing. Your browser has to trust that is the certificate, and if it does, it's able then to encrypt the session. This is all a public-private key, and I don't want to get into all the inner workings of that. What SuperFish did, it got in the way of this connection. It said to the browser, I am the root certificate issuer here. You must go through me, and then I'll do the connection between you and the bank. So the browser then connects to SuperFish. That little bit the connection might be encrypted. SuperFish is able to decrypt it, and then it has the certificate between them and the bank. That session can now be re-encrypted. So you've become victim of a man-in-the-middle attack. And that is the definition of it. Not a nice attack to be victim of. So they could see everything that any of their users do on the internet, and then you can do more targeted advertising and make more money from it. This is what it all comes down to. Advertising, the money they can make. So the wider issue really is crapware that comes pre-installed on computers. Now I have a copy of Windows 7 here running in VirtualBox that I'm doing updates on. It is taking forever. This is a clean install containing the basics that Windows has with it. And that is perfectly fine. But that sort of install is not good enough for these manufacturers. They want to make some money on the side. SuperFish, for instance, and all the other products they're trying to flog with it. So they're putting crapware on the system. Crapware being unwanted programs. Of course, you can't just say unwanted programs, because let's say I'm using a Linux distribution that comes with Firefox pre-installed. That's fine for me, but someone else might say, oh, I want Chrome, so Firefox is crapware. Nah. Let's get the definition right between unwanted programs and all-out crapware. Crapware, I'm thinking, really is along the lines of malware, things that are going to try and make money from you, something that's going to want a subscription. So this is the likes of browser toolbars, multimedia controls that are unnecessary, Facebook or Twitter clients, antivirus that starts off free and then wants money. Norton, hey, that comes on enough systems pre-installed, doesn't it? All of that is just weighing your computer down. You don't want it, you can do a fresh install. But you can't just use like the backup partition on any of these laptops or computers. No, because that all has the crapware still on it. That doesn't work. What you could do, just get a Windows disk, but then you've got to buy them. Why should you buy it? You've already paid for a license to use Windows. Well, that is where you can torrent it. Perhaps not the best advice to give here, but actually there's nothing illegal with using that method, because you could install the copy of Windows that you downloaded via a torrent, and then use your license key that you get. As long as you've got the same version, say Windows Pro, Windows Home, same version that your license allows you to use, there's nothing wrong there. You can reuse that license key. So would I buy a Lenovo system? I certainly would, but their reputation's ruined now, so they're going to be reducing prices. Yeah, get in there. Bit of a bargain. But I wouldn't even buy a laptop anyway, so use desktops, and with my desktops I build my own, so I don't really have an issue of choosing a manufacturer because I'm building from scratch. I suppose more the point where I have come into dealing with the issue of crapware has been on mobile phones. There's really only two manufacturers I would trust. There's Apple, loosely trust there, just my personal opinion, and Google's Nexus. Wouldn't buy any other make of mobile phones there, just because they put so much junk on it you really don't need. And with Android, you can't even get rid of it. You can't uninstall because it's burnt into the image on the phone. So then you've got to re-image it, and that's just something I've not gotten into. Anyway, and that is news about the pathetic amount of money that Lenovo have made selling out their customers to SuperFish. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.